Bug, you're gonna get it. Motherfucker. I get the weirdest stuff stuck in my head. Alright, so this is a A1530. This is... what is this again? I should stop singing. Pay attention. So what we have here is an A1398 Retina MacBook Pro, and this is not giving us any image on the screen for the reason that most of you can probably guess if you've been watching the channel for a decent period of time. U8900, which controls the buck converter for the GPU, has likely failed because it's not soldered to the board due to Apple's lovely soldering job. Like many things that Apple makes, this likely bends. This board probably flexes inside the case, so bend gate is probably not just an iPhone 6 thing, it's also a MacBook Pro thing. Hey, you gotta love Apple engineering. Apple engineering. It's one of a kind, baby. One of a kind. Let's see, do we have overhead camera? We have overhead camera. I should adjust it so there's no crotch cam in view. You got one of these nice plastic cases that encapsulates all the dirt. Gotta love that. That's always a good one. As a man of taste, I'm glad you're a... who's John Carpenter? The princess is in another castle. Where's my princess? Is she in another castle? Best fuses in the game, they never blow. Yeah. Apple has the best support. Oh no, why'd I move the camera? Oh man. I really gotta get a new HDMI port on this piece of crap. Here, can I move the camera? Okay, don't touch it. Yeah. I got a lot of shit for ragging on Samsung yesterday. Apparently people only want me to rag on Apple. I really do think that Samsung ad that they came out with was dumb and tone deaf. Like, how do you make fun of a manufacturer for slowdowns when A, your phones had slowdowns for years, and B, you can't replace the battery on this easily. See this? See this? You glued the back to the phone, man. You glued it. Can't make fun of other people for planned obsolescence. It's not how this works. Samsung's marketing department has their head up their ass. If Samsung really wanted to sell more phones, if they really wanted to take over the iPhone, they would hire me as their marketing team. They would hire me to head up their marketing team. Oh my God, the amount of fun that we would have. Jesus Christ, we would smash on Apple all day long. My God, like audio IC, baseband issue, bending, oh man. Like if you want to go in on Apple's design flaws, I would have so much fun being on their marketing team. That would be some crazy. That would be a job where I would wake up every day erect and ready to go to work. Like seriously, that would be the best job on earth. But yeah, whatever. Why is my ISO so low? You probably can't see a damn thing. Oh. Except for this dirty MacBook. Go talk to Casey. Who's Casey? That's just the first name. Is that a flat magnet? Yes. Rather than hating on other companies, they should just advertise their strengths because that's why you buy their products. Yeah, but they're also you can make it a little edgy too. And Samsung products don't really have a lot of strengths anymore. You used to have a user removable bat. Oh, never mind. We have stock Android. Oh, wait, never mind. We don't have one of those annoying edges on the screen so that it cracks easy when you drop. Oh, wait, never mind. I mean, I don't know how to advertise based on their strengths. Not quite sure how we do that. That would be a little bit difficult. But we could mount an excellent advertising campaign based on the competition's flaws. Let's see, can we do something fun like this? Yeah, we can, can't we? That's pretty cool. You can see how bad I am at setting white balance. Look at the different color of my arm in each one of these cameras. Now I'm white. Now I'm not. Now I'm white. Now I'm not. Now I'm white. Now I'm not. Hello. Maybe we should turn this around. Yeah, I'll just stay up here. Never mind me, I'm gonna stay nice and small. Move my screws. Samsung was too expensive in my view, so I bought a China brand last time, Blackview. Never heard of that. Samsung's last good phone was the S5. Ever since, they've tried to copy Apple more and more, just like Microsoft with their Surface line. Your video on smartphone design and tech reviews really hit the point. Thank you. I appreciate that. You also have to figure out why that didn't show up on screen. I'll figure that out, I'm sure, at some point. I broke something. I always break something. Eh? Eh? That. Let's see. Fixed? Ooh, fixed. Please explain how Samsung tried to copy Apple. Okay. Firstly, with the S6, they sealed the battery into the phone. They used to not have the battery sealed into the phone. That was why people would buy Samsung instead of Apple. Secondly, they decided to get rid of the SD card slot with the S6. That is trying to copy Apple. Third, they decided to make the phone have that stupid edge nonsense. Granted, that wasn't copying Apple, but that was copying what Apple was attempting to do, which is always make the phone as thin and thin and thin as possible, even if it makes it less durable. That's trying to copy Apple. Fourth, they started coming up with that Bixby bullshit where there's an assistant. I don't want an assistant. I am my own assistant. I know what the F I'm doing. I don't need a Siri or a Bixby. And I don't need some dedicated button for it that I'm always going to touch that's going to bring it up and annoy the crap out of me. So there's that. Oh, and the liquid proofing rating went down from the S5 to the S6. What's up with that? You implement a feature that makes sense and then you go back on it? Why? Why? Have you been enjoying the YouTube ride, or would you do social media different if you could start over? I would do it differently by not releasing my face or my identity. When I look back, all the stuff that I released could be released without people having to know my identity. There's genuinely nothing weirder than people that I don't know showing up at the store with this big smile on their face. Like, hey, it's finally you! Oh my God. That's so weird. So I would have done everything I did. I probably would have done some videos differently. But then again, I started YouTube around 23 and now I'm almost 30. So, of course, you're going to do things differently when you're old. But the biggest thing I think I would have done differently is not release my identity. Who needs a camcorder? I would just have a microscope camera. Okay, let's get this board out of the system. The S5 felt old as soon as it came out. My experience with it wasn't very good. I liked the S5. I mean, it was a little laggy. Okay, it was a lot laggy. But it was a Samsung product. Of course it's going to lag. Like Samsung knows how to make something that doesn't lag. I mean, Samsung, they lag like crazy. It wouldn't be a Samsung if it didn't lag like crazy. But that's part of what drives me nuts about Samsung products. You don't need to put... And people were saying in my video, Lewis, you're wrong. It's not TouchWiz. It's Samsung Experience. I don't give a fuck what you rebranded it to. It's shit. You took Android and you stacked shit on top of it. Whether you call that a shit sandwich, a feces sandwich, a defecant sandwich, I don't care. It's still shit that you put on top of Android that shouldn't fucking be there. It's like Lewis, you got it wrong. It's not you. It's not TouchWiz. It's Samsung Experience. I don't give a fuck about your Samsung Experience. GTFO. Samsung Experience. Suck my butt. You link to the book your dad wrote. My dad's book was... Wow, I forgot the name of it. Oh, man. That's no good. Whoops. I should know the name of it. I think it was Another Time, Another Place by Stu Rossman. It's on baseball, so there's only so much I could read of a book about baseball. My dad and I have opposite interests. He likes baseball a lot. And he wrote a book on the history of baseball. Or history plus baseball. I love my Moto G4 Plus, 0 issues, no modification. Android, yes. You can disable the home button lag as the poorly programmed double press camera option. I did disable it, and guess what? Home button is still faster on a Moto G. I should not be able to compare anything on a Moto G to a fucking flagship Samsung. That's the thing. I shouldn't be able to compare anything on that phone to that. All right, let's look at this. Speaking of shit sandwiches, let's check out some Apple solder joints. Just fix my microscope camera. There we go. More even image throughout. So, those solder joints are some balls, aren't they? That is some bad soldering. No good on the soldering there. So let's redo that. Get my micro pencil. Where is my micro pencil? I need my micro pencil. Aha, that's not a micro pencil. That's a micro pencil. I picked up a flip phone and had something called KaiOS on it. A joke. Why not install a different launcher like Nova? I tried Nova on my phone. I like it. It just sucks that you have to install something after you buy the phone. Louis, do you ever take a day off? Not since Agile Therapeutics went to 50 cents. We back on the grind. I've been using a OnePlus One. Hasn't given me any problems so far. The OnePlus seems like a good device. The only thing I have against it is I can't find whether or not it's liquid resistant or not. And Motorola and Samsung have spoiled me in that regard. If you make a phone where I cannot remove the battery myself, the only excuse for that is that you made it liquid resistant. If you made a phone where I cannot remove the battery easily myself, you sealed it into the phone, and it's not liquid resistant, I have no respect for you. Because then what you did is you removed a key thing that's going to make it last and work in exchange for nothing. I don't understand that at all. All right, let's make these joints amazing. What do you think of these joints? Looking good? Yeah. Solder. Some beautiful leaded solder. And that green stuff collecting on the probe points above here. What is that shit? I have the Moto E4 Plus and I love it. Instant unlock, $80, and it's better than all my iPhones and Samsungs. Only downside is the quality. So what do you like and not like about the E4? I'm curious. Because I saw that phone and I saw the battery life that you get on it, and wow, it's amazing. The Note 8 go hard, wish I could have it, but the battery is shit. How do you have bad battery life in a phone that's that big? How can you not fit a battery that will allow it to last a decent amount of time? That's what I don't get. You know, they made the phone bigger, but what did they do with that size? Seems like nothing worthwhile, from what you're telling me. So was it your experience that the battery was bad, or just some dickhead reviewer on the internet? So I don't... My soldering isn't great too, but when I see what certified people crap, when I see certified people crap on your desk, I feel confident again. Well, that's the idea. when you watch this stuff, I want you to feel that sense of confidence that comes from knowing that somebody else who's supposed to be doing this very well does it very poorly. And that's also what I want you to get from watching me, because I'm not that great at this stuff either. TS100, what a wonderful tool. Thanks for the advice, Lewis. Yeah, I like it. I would use it more often. It's just I don't have a good wire for it. I have a wire that's durable. It's just it's not really flexible, so it's less comfortable to work with. And since this iron works, I haven't really had any need to change it up. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Big Ben. How's everything going? Google Pixel has been a good phone for me. I got it after getting so pissed at the iPhone 5, I had to throw it across the room. Glass didn't break, but it killed the LCD. Yeah, the thing with the Pixel is, weren't they making fun of Apple for getting rid of the headphone jack right before they got rid of the headphone jack on one of their own products? I try to avoid buying Google stuff like that. I got tricked with the Nexus 7. You know, the phone that had the random touch. It wasn't a phone. It was a tablet in 2012, 2013, and it had this problem where it would randomly touch itself. Very, very bad tablet. And then there was the Nexus 6P with the bending, and I don't trust any Nexus or Google branded device. And the thing with Google is they make so much money off of stuff that they offer for quote free, that when they offer anything, the problem with Google is they offer so much stuff for free that they make stupid amounts of money off of with ads, that they don't have to care about the stuff that they actually offer for money. Like, I know that when Google designs a phone, that they do not have to care about whether or not I'm happy with that device. They don't have to care about whether it lasts. They don't have to care about whether it's durable, because their industry is ads. It's not producing quality smartphones or hardware or anything like that. So I wouldn't buy any Google branded shit, you know. Fool me once, fool me twice. Those the Nexus devices that I've gotten have all been just utter garbage. And granted, I haven't tried every Nexus device. I've just tried enough to know that Google don't give a fuck. The OnePlus isn't liquid resistant, though. Unofficially, it's supposed to be better about not dying in the rain. Nope. If you seal in the battery, you got to give me liquid resistance. If you seal in the battery, no, I don't buy it. Don't seal in the battery if you're not going to give me liquid resistance. That's a dick move. My phone is a non-removable battery and it isn't liquid resistant. Yeah, I'm not spending money on any of that stuff. Is there any reason to use lead-free solder? Yes, so that when your child eats the motherboard and licks it, that their IQ doesn't go down. What's the name of the model of your thermal camera to PCB? I don't even know. Something from UnionRepair.com. The $900 one from UnionRepair.com. Don't you remember? They didn't want to risk another Note 7, so they limited battery size. You got to be kidding me. There's no reason to have a huge phone like that if the battery life is terrible. What are you putting in there? Lead? The Note 8 only has 3,300 milliamp hours, which is awful for its size. Combined with all the other changes they made to the phone, makes me feel if they lost touch on what made the Note series great. Yep. Wouldn't buy one of those things. I ended up picking up a TS100 also, significantly better than the other iron I had. Alright. I like that iron. I will continue to make content like this. Thank you. We're just going to wait for this board to cool down a little bit and see if we get a picture on the screen. If we get a picture on the screen, we'll move on to everything else in my queue. You said you got C's in high school and didn't go to college. How'd you get started in this field? By accident. I needed a MacBook or any sort of Apple product to work on a Logic session for this musician that I knew a long time ago. And the studio I was interning at closed. So I bought one on eBay and it didn't work, and I replaced the screen, and then it worked, and then I didn't need it anymore, so I decided to sell it. And then that's when I noticed that, oh, I don't need this anymore. Let me sell it. Oh, did I just make $300 off of something that took me 20 minutes? Let me try that again. And then it went on and again and again and again. I bought a new clip setup with reference R3s, and I'm trying to find an amp that can deliver out of my league. Most amps are going to be fine. I don't buy that there's this ridiculous difference between amps. I do buy between the complete low-end garbage amps there's big differences, but find yourself a used Parasound on AudioGone. Yeah, like something like a used Parasound, a used Rotel. Don't buy NAD. NAD stuff is made like shit. But used Parasound, used Rotel, used... what's the other company? I'll remember their name later. Even a Harman Kardon stereo one. You can find them on their website every now and then. They're pretty cheap. Alright, so let's see if we get ourselves a light on the screen. I'm going to have to throw this through the cleaner, so I'm not going to bother putting new thermal paste on just yet, since that would be a waste. But I'll put the heatsink on, just to be nice to this little Ivy Bridge board. I want to get a burrito, but I don't want to get the same garbage from yesterday. That was terrible. That burrito was a terrible product. You taught yourself everything you know about electrical engineering. I don't know anything about electrical engineering. Engineering is different. This is detective work. This is idiot look at board, idiot find green spot, idiot fix green spot. I'm not that smart. This is not engineering, really. Is there any way to upgrade the MacBook Pro speakers? They sound like shit. Maybe, but I don't know. I haven't tried it. I'm planning to switch from iPhone SE to Android. Are there any good 4-inch phones under $250 you'd recommend? 4-inch phones, yeah, about that. An HTC Incredible? No, seriously, good luck finding phones that are small anymore. The trend for everything is to make them larger. The Moto G5 is under $200, liquid resistance, very close to stock Android, but the screen is big. So when it comes to small screen, I really don't know what to tell you. And I buy an HTC Incredible from 2010. There's very few people making devices with small screens, so that finding an amp that delivers 600 watts is tricky. You don't need 600 watts. What the hell? Okay, find yourself a used Rotel RB1090. That's what I have at home, which you're never ever going to actually use, but you're not using 600 watts. You're not. Are you trying to fill a concert hall or something? You're not using 600 watts. No way in hell. Or some Macintosh thing, but that's going to cost a lot of money. A used Rotel 1090. That's what I have at home. Rotel RB 1090. That amp is... this is something that like Tim the Two-Man Taylor would go, oh. Let's see if I have that. Yeah, this fucking thing. This is... My God. This is a sexy amp right here. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at that. This thing that goes up to my knee. It's almost... I think it's about 100 pounds or so. Let's take a look at the measurements on this. Look at that beautiful, nice square wave, low distortion. Let's see, where do we see wattage? So they have noise plus output and distortion. Okay, so you get... Yeah, so let's see. You have two different lines. So the distortion starts to go up at around 380 watts a channel. That's insane. But if you're going into 4 ohms, the distortion goes up when you get to, let's see, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. You got to get to like 700 watts a channel with this amp at 4 ohms to get it to even get close to distorting. This thing is a fucking beast. So yeah, Rotel RB 1090. Moto E4 has small screen. There's that too. Is he even responding to Twitch chat? No, never. You're second-class citizens. I ignore you all. 5.5 inch is the new standard. Sadly. What do you think about the $300 Mi Max 2's 5.3 amp hour battery? It seriously lasted the entire day of YouTube, no issues. Okay, Mi Max 2. I have no idea what that is. So let's take a look and find out what that is. Mi Max. Okay, this is made by Xiaomi. Xiaomi? Am I pronouncing that right? Xiaomi? Alright, so let's... I don't know a damn thing about this phone. You're saying that this really lasts a day? What? 5,300 milliamp hours. Holy crap. Why isn't everybody doing this? 1080p screen. Let's see. These specs really don't tell me what I want to know. When it says OS and it says Android 7.1, that's not what I want to know. I want to know, do you give me Android or do you give me raped Android? So what type of Android does this have? Does this use stock Android or raped Android? Also, it says non-removable battery. But you know what? I might just fucking forgive you there, 5,300 milliamp hours. It's a phablet. It's basically a tablet, though. Is it? What size is the screen? Display? Okay, 6 inches. Whoa. Okay, yeah. I can't hold that in my hand. There's no way in hell. I have Trump hands. I can't hold that in my hand. But raped Android bad. Yeah. Okay, well, what did they do to Android? Can you show me where they touched Android? Like, what exact? Show me on the Pepe doll where they touched Android. But I'm curious. Wait, so what did they do? Is it raped Android like HTC Sense, or is it raped Android like Temple OS or something? People only buy Xiaomi phones to unlock a bootloader and install Lineage OS on it. Okay, what's Lineage OS? It's basically an iPhone skin on Android. Ooh. Oh. Why would you do that? You can unlock the bootloader and install custom ROMs. Okay, at that price, it may be worthwhile. See, my problem with Samsung, when people say, Lewis, you could install a custom ROM on Samsung. It's like, yeah, but I paid $600 to $800 for the phone, so fuck that. I'm not wasting my time on that shit. But for a $200 phone, I will. That's fine. With a $200 phone, I have no problem with that. Okay, so I don't know what the hell Lineage OS is. I never tried that before. I also got to get some WD-40 on this chair. This thing's terrible. Listen to this. Shit-ass Amazon chair. Okay. They touched Android in a way where it made it feel uncomfortable. That's no good. Lineage is CyanogenMod's successor. Is it fast? Yes, let's install a custom ROM and make everything break and work at half speed. Well, that's been my experience with some of them. Again, I haven't tried custom ROMs in a while. It's just there are certain features that won't work in the custom ROM that work in the original, so that's why I try to avoid them. I would like to buy a phone where I can use the original supported ROM and it doesn't suck. Like, that would be my first choice. If I have to install a stock ROM because your original ROM sucks so much, then you have to be offering me something in the hardware department that I would not get anywhere else. And check that out, by the way. We got a nice, beautiful GPU. You have to offer me something in the hardware department that I cannot get anywhere else if you're going to be screwing me over with the bad ROM. So 5,300 milliamp hour battery and a decently spec'd phone for $200-something. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. I'll take that. I would just love to have a phone that doesn't suck. They all do. They don't all suck. You're so picky, picky, picky. I want a phone that runs Temple OS. Get me a phone that runs Temple OS. What's your full I want to run a business like you. Know where I can get started. Find customers. Find people with broken stuff and make it work again. What's your full process for repairing a MacBook? Yeah, I didn't preheat this one in an oven. I usually only do that if I have to do something like reflow the RAM. I can easily do what I did there without having to preheat it too much. Alright, I'm kind of hungry, but I'm afraid to buy another burrito. Is there any place there I can get a real burrito? Look on Banggood, there are many $150 phones with 8,000 milliamp hours. Yeah, but are they good or are they pieces of crap? That's the big question. That's the $1 million question. Alright, let's search the word burrito. El camión cantina. Red rice. That sounds interesting. Can be donate MacBooks to you. Sure, why not? Any vegan burrito will be bad. No. The ones near my apartment are the best in the world. Add $2 to proceed. You mofos. Fine, you bastard. Oh. Add $2. Do you have anything that's $2? Brief. You have some... No. No. What can I add for $2? Mexican Coke. That doesn't sound good. Is your shop stock parts that have fallen off the back of a truck in China? I cannot confirm or deny that that is the case. I suppose a side of chips. You could always use some chips with the burrito. There we go. %30 tip. What? You're walking one block. Fuck out of here. Next. I've been learning to micro solder thanks to Lewis. Thank you for your hard work. Why, awesome. What is the challenge? Do you think your channel would be successful as it was today if you didn't expose your identity? I can't really say, but I think I would have been better off if I never exposed my identity. No identity on YouTube probably would have been best. Right, so this is going to get put aside. We'll see how good your burrito is before I decide to give you more tips. If you give me a good burrito, I give you $10 tip next time. There's a troll in the chat. I see you. Do you ship internationally about the ultrasonic cleaner? Greece. Yes, I do. But we do ship them internationally. It's just slow. And if you need a 220 volt version, then it's really slow because then I have to order one from Crest. And that can take a bit. The 120 volt versions I stock here. The 220 volt versions, usually I have to buy one first. Crest isn't always fast with the 220. Okay, what else is on the list for today? Reboot loop. Oh, this is so cute. This is adorable. Oh my god. This Razer got checked in as a MacBook. Wow. I gotta see you check this thing in as a MacBook. But you gotta... Here, I'll show you. Is this not a total fucking ripoff of Apple products or what? And this is sad. You don't have to rip off Apple products to... You really don't. But apparently they think that they do. Here, I'll show you. This is such a fucking joke. Like, you look at this in the slot and it looks like a MacBook. All right. This is a MacBook. This is a MacBook. This is a Razer. This is a Razer. This is a ripoff of this. Why? Come on, man. It's so lame. It's so lame. Thank you for sending a Razer without a charger, by the way. Like, it's not enough that I don't fix Razers. You have to send a Razer that boot loops. Which, are you kidding me? And without a charger. I don't fix Razers, by the way. But that's great. Okay. What's next on the list? I have two 2011 GPUs. Screw that. iPhone 6 Plus that is bent in almost two. Screw that. That's for Paul. Maybe I'll take something from Paul that he doesn't want to finish. I want to see if that new Razer laptop has SSD soldered in. Maybe Apple owns Razer now. Yeah. Razer always trying to market themselves as the PC version of Apple, even though they're a Dell at twice the price. I wouldn't even say that. At least if you buy something like a Dell Latitude or the Precision, the larger Precision series, like the 4800 or the 6800, you're getting a somewhat durable machine. When you buy a Razer, you're getting an easily breakable piece of junk. Not to mention that whole Cult of Razer thing. That's hilarious. Cult of Razer! No. 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 We don't need more cults. We need less cults. Less cults, not more cults. Don't try to copy that shit. The cult is not the good part of Apple. The innovation is the good part of Apple, not the cult. What do you think of the Dell XPS 15 series? They seem okay. They don't strike me as amazingly durable, but for the price, you're getting a very powerful machine. They don't have they don't have the track point on it, so I can't use it much. I need my track point. Must have track point. Cannot use laptop without track point. Okay. What's in Paul's status? Let's see. Missing PM sleep S5. No. What's this one? Does Paul have any easy ones? I'd like to take an easy one from Paul. This looks gross. Let's see what's wrong with this. This machine looks like it's seen better days. He changed his title to look more professional recently. Who? My Razer keyboard requires an email login to tweak the settings. Boo. That's how I know that you're trolling, because there's no way that... I've never seen a woman with a Razer keyboard, ever. So if you click on to Serendipity's channel, you'll see that it looks like a woman. But it said that it uses a Razer keyboard, so... There's no way. Exposed. I remember Viniera used to look at Steve's keyboard and go, why the hell did you buy this thing? He got a mechanical keyboard that pulses red lights, and she'd always look at it and go, why did you buy this thing? And he would say, he would look at her and say, what, so do you not like the noise it makes when I type? And she goes, yes. And he goes, that's why I bought it. I like that's so funny. Okay. This is actually already fixed. How about making it over to Europe next summer? First time out of the US for you, if so, right? Europe is, yeah, maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Paul S. says, hey. Yeah, Paul already fixed this one. Okay, Paul. Are you on an Amtrak train, Paul? Paul, I believe Paul is on his way to Boston this weekend. Okay, is this the one? Actually, Paul has one on the desk that only works with a knockoff charger, but not an original charger. Should we go over this? Is this the one that only works in a knockoff charger, Paul? The one that's on the bottom? Paul's watching from Amtrak. Wow, I can't believe the Wi-Fi is good enough on that train that you could actually do that. I was getting something like 200 kilobits per second last time I took Amtrak. I bought a Razer headset once, installed the software, and it prompted me to create an account to adjust settings. The headset ended up being returned. Yeah, I don't blame you. Screw that. No Colt. No more Colts. Yes, please, you can take that, says Paul. All right, so let's see. So he says it only works when I use a fake charger, but not when I use an original one. So I am using a fake charger right now. I'm using my Circuit Specialist's power supply. I'm going to grab an official MagSafe adapter and see what happens when I try it with an official MagSafe adapter. And it's probably going to work because Paul's gone. I've decided that I'm going to start putting more difficult jobs into Paul's queue because there was this one dude that left off a no backlight MacBook Air. All this thing needed was a connector and maybe a reflow of LP8550 if you want it to be nice. It was a MacBook Air. All it needed was the connector. So I put it on Paul's desk. I figure he's coming in on Wednesday. Let me give Paul an easy one. I've been mean. I keep giving him all the stuff that's I don't want to work on, and I shouldn't be doing that. That's not right. That's cruel. So I leave this machine on Paul's desk that needs nothing but an LCD connector. And it sits there for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I get a call today from the guy saying, "Oh, is it done yet? I'm leaving for Brazil," or whatever. And then I look, and it was sitting right here, untouched. I think that's Paul's way of saying that he doesn't want to work on MacBook Airs that need the connector, that he'd much prefer touch bars missing PM Sleep S5L. So we actually took in a couple of MacBooks missing PM Sleep S5L today, and I'm going to be putting them right there. PM Sleep S. But I think that was very nice of Paul. He left me the easy machine. He's like, "No, I know that you put something on my desk that only needs a connector, but I'm not going to do it. I only want to take jobs that you don't want," which is, I don't know, that's the nicest thing anybody could have ever done for me. That's. If you fix the Razer laptop, do you convert the PC into a Mac? Or is that not how it works? Is it counterfeit then? Kind regards from Germany. Sean Gruby. Schlone Gruby. Is that a dirty word? I don't know what that means. Okay. Scroll. Paul says, "No!" How do you distribute the load between you and Paul? Usually whoever gets to the front first gets to pick their pick of the repairs. Okay, I gotta plug this charger in. I can't believe I ran out of plugs under my desk. With all the... Alright, I don't need the USB-C one right now. You can unplug that. And plug in the original. Now, I'm gonna predict that when I plug this in, it's just gonna work. And that would be fucking hilarious. Okay, so this is an original MagSafe. And it turned on, but then turned off. All right, this is interesting. So this will only work off of a knockoff adapter. 820-3787. Now let's figure this out. So this is an 820-3787 board. When plugged into a proper original MagSafe, it will not work. But when plugged into a knockoff one or into a bench power supply, it will happily turn on. That's a weird one. So let's open up the schematic and the board view using Paul Daniels' beautiful new board view software. Don't delay. Check out Paul Daniels today. His software is available at pldaniels.com. So I've got a poll for all of you before we get started on this. Yes or no? And this is a purely hypothetical scenario. 110% hypothetical. Would never think of it. Would you If your girlfriend offered to migrate your website from Magento 1 to Magento 2 for a few $1,000s, would you do it? Or would you say GTFO and hire a different web developer? Petron says no. Marion says GTFO. Okay, let's get involved with this. No, says Ownster. King Street Rob says GTFO. Viking at Rage says no. Gordon says when she gets it wrong, you can't shout at her. You actually, yeah, I could. Yeah, but that would be bad. Mike Mixer says never work with girlfriends. All right, so these are all the answers that I was expecting, and these are all the answers that... This is the answer I already gave. Working with family can destroy your relationship. Yeah. Okay, I got one other comment. Trust the one that you love. So we have one yes to a nearly unanimous no. Yep. If it was my girlfriend, I would hope she would be kind enough to do it for free, but maybe. Yeah, I guess I'm just not good looking enough. That's probably what it is. Even with this, maybe I should try again. I got this nice new sleek haircut. Got this nice button-down shirt. Don't I look professional? I should try negotiating now. Okay. So let's figure out this board. We're gonna kill it. All right. First thing to do, DC infuse. Let's start where power comes right into the board. Let's start at J7000. Paul Daniels' software has got me all hyped up. All I got to do is click a button. Okay, we got 2 now to unanimous. When she gets it wrong, you can't sue her, says Aaron. No, I'd sue her. Trust her, she knows her stuff, says Paul. I wouldn't sue her. I would sue her family. Why does MacBook turn on just by connecting the charger? Because they made it that way. Why they made it that way, I don't effing know. Alright, we're going to stick with no. Just thank you for reaffirming what I already thought. We're going to stick with no. Especially since she spends like 8 hours a day browsing 4chan. I'm not giving that. I'm sorry, not giving you credentials to my website. But, love you, but... Alright, so... 20 volts is supposed to come into the connector over here. Let's see what we get. Alright, so let's turn on the meter software. On the DC input fuse, we've got 20 volts, 13 volts, 8 volts, 6 volts, 0.4. 20 volts, 12 volts, 8 volts, 6 volts, 0.6. 20 volts, 12 volts. Okay, so it's turning on and off, on and off, on and off. Now that I hear about her 4chan using, I'd say never trust, says Logan. Yeah. Okay. So Let's take a look at the U7000 area. So it looks like U7000 has been replaced by Paul. And he did a very nice job of soldering it, as Paul always does. And even though current sensing was probably checked by Paul a million times, I'm just going to check it again because it would be funny if that was our issue. Alright, so between pins 27 and 28, check that. Damn it. And between pins 17 and 18. Damn it. I know, that is a sexy looking solder job. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove the fuses that send PP Bus G3 hot to the system. These are the two fuses that send PP Bus G3 hot over to our system. See that? I want to know if something in front is pulling too much power and causing this to happen. You were in the bathroom, maybe you should cut out that part of the video. Why? It's not like I put a camera in there. I was gargling Listerine. Like, it's not like a Jake Paul video with dead bodies and shit. Alright, so I'm going to remove this and see if we get a steady voltage on the DC in connector. And I think we may. If I look at the sheep logo, the first thing I see is Ron from Garfield with his mouth wide open gasping. That burrito place is slow as hell. Do keep in mind that it's literally a block away. So yeah, they suck. I'm expecting that burrito to suck. Someone says, good thing your girlfriend helped you fix store.rossmangroup.com. Yeah, she sure did. But how would you know? Sleepy. You have no idea. I had the worst burrito. The worst burrito was my burrito from yesterday. No, it's not the burrito place from yesterday. Screw that place. Never giving them money again. Come on, come off the board. Alright, I'm going to give the board a little bit to cool off. How do you screw up a burrito? You'll have to ask the place that I went to yesterday. No cancer, says TCRS. Yeah, this chat is much better than main channel chat. That's why I like using it. Ooh, is that a burrito? No, just kids. Grr. There's my burrito. You moved the chip accidentally. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll move it back. Just to make you happy. Now we wait for it to cool off. What are the most important burrito ingredients for you? The most important burrito ingredient for me is a loving girlfriend to cook me one that's nice, fresh, and beautiful. She makes the best. I was really happy that when she made me a burrito, it wasn't terrible. Because I'm honest about these things, and if it sucked, I'd have to look at her and say, I'm not eating this, and throwing it away. There's one time that she made dry oatmeal without any sugar or anything to add to it, and it tasted like cardboard, and I looked at her and I said, this is you've made so many good meals, and thank you so much for all of this, but I need to throw this away. And she actually took it very well. I was expecting that to go terribly, and it didn't. But yeah. Most important ingredient is a girlfriend that knows how to make a good burrito. That's the way to my heart. Okay, let's wait for this to cool off a little bit, and then I'll plug it in and see what we get. I have an A1286 that's still kicking. Do you think it's due to die? If it's a 2008, C7771 will die. If it's a 2009, then the adhesive holding the display assembly together will die. If the 2010, then C9560 will die. If the 2011, your AMD GPU will die. And if it's a 2012, it might just still work. So it depends on the year. But Lewis's favorite flavor is an SMC replacement with a spice of non-blown fuses. (2012) non-retina. Oh, that may actually last. I take it you're relying on inertia, ergo the trolls will be too lazy to follow you to the live channel. This channel is too small to really get trolled yet. It's going to get trolled later for sure. But for now, it's pretty good. Somebody is raging about that. Could you move the advertising banner all the way down? There's a 1 pixel strip every time it's over some bright background, like your shirt or the microscope. Is that true? Thanks for the great free knowledge. What do you think about $20 eBay backlight repair PCB kit? Keep up the good work. There's a $20 eBay backlight repair kit. What? Let's see. What is that? I have something to do while I'm waiting for this board to cool down. Backlight repair kit. I'm guessing you mean these ones up here. I mean, if they include everything, then go for it. If it's worth your time to do this versus Mouser. I used to sell a backlight repair kit, and I don't anymore because it takes too much time to put everything together. I think the thing that scares me is that how do I put this without being an asshole? If you're looking for a kit rather than using Mouser, I kind of wonder if you're going to be able to diagnose what's actually wrong. If you were forced to buy an Apple machine any model year, which one would you get? I would jump off a bridge. Fix the banner. I don't see an issue with the banner, though. Let's see. Is there a pixel under there? Oh, wow, there is a single pixel. But that's the thing, you have to drag it. And I don't know, I can't drag it one pixel. See, like if I do that, then it's not present on the side properly anymore. See, now there's pixels on the side of it. If I do that, now there's a pixel under it. So regardless of which way I go, it's always going to be a little fucked up. Maybe if I just drag it, see, it snaps. Yeah, there's no fixing that. Sorry. What if I drag it up a little and then do this? Yeah, but now the P is covered. Yeah. Yeah. Transform, edit. What if we edit the transform? Let's see. Position. No. Ah, here we go. This may do it. Fixed. Now I just have to copy it to every... Copy it to this one. Paste transform. Paste transform. Paste transform. Bada bing. I've gotten so many emails about that. I don't mean this as an insult, but I feel bad about I feel bad for the people that can notice that to be bothered by it. Because I know what that's like, to be able to be bothered by stupid shit that's that small and not be able to help it. That's got to be so annoying. In computer engineering class, I'm learning how memory works. Do you know about the MMU? Do you ever have to look at it in board view? I don't know what an MMU is. Okay, so time to do work. I was hoping that my burrito would come, but apparently this place is another set of... Yeah, I don't think I'm getting my food. Let's see. My order went through, right? Man, you guys are slow as shit. Okay. You're going to plug this thing in. So we get a green light, and the green light stays on, so I'm guessing that we're good. Now I'm going to check right down here by our fuse, where our fuses used to be. And let's see if it works. So PP bus G3 hot is a steady 12.56 volts when the fuses are detached. And the light on the charger is a consistent orange. See that? Consistent orange. So what that means is that the circuitry that creates PP bus G3 hot is likely just fine. The actual issue is probably going to be that something down the line has a short and is taking more power than it's supposed to. So this rules out that the U7E100 area and the ISL6259 area is the problem, which is pretty cool. But that means that the issue is going to be somewhere down the line, and it could be anywhere. Further, that means that we have some sort of short circuit, but it's not enough of a short circuit to stop the machine from turning on, because the machine will turn on if I use my bench power supply. So if I were to be looking for a short, I probably wouldn't find it, because whatever the short circuit is going to be something so small that the machine is actually able to turn on and function just fine and boot into an operating system with a bench power supply. Which means this is probably going to be left for Paul, because I'm never going to find it. So I leave it to you, actually. Let's see if you all can fix this board. Where would you look? Thank you, my OCD kid rests now. Oh, man. Is it common for a 3023 to have GPU V-core missing? Placing U7400 did not help. Replacing Q7550 fixed it for about a week, but probably because of proximity to CPU and heat. Finally, reballed CPU for now, and it still works. What? You reballed the CPU on an 820 3023? What? What the hell are you doing? That board is like $160. $167. $145. Jesus. $129. That board is $129. What? You reballed it as you reballed the CPU? Jesus Christ. Buy another board. Yeah, the 3023 boards suck. They're pretty bad. What do you think about soldering guns that plug directly in a wall socket? Not great. Can you tell me the most common faults with my 13-inch A1278 2011? The most common fault with yours is going to be the hard drive cable will fail. Where do you find these schematics? I find them on the internet. I have sent you a message about shipping of the ultrasonic. Can you check it when you have time? Yes, but I'm going to canned response you. I hope you weren't asking me to give you a custom shipping quote when my website will give you a shipping quote when you type in your zip code. You didn't do that, right? You didn't do that, right? I know you didn't do that. Actually, I don't see any messages, so... Let's see. How did you send me this message? Was it through the YouTube? I don't see it on main YouTube channel. Was it on the other YouTube channel? Ah. Give me a quote and send it with... What's the GSP? Okay, I'm going to send you my fresh desk canned response, which is I have no idea what shipping is to your country, but if you type your country in, it'll tell you. Oh, no, I'm done. They prepay import charges to Greece due to our capital control situation. Also, which ultrasonic do you want? Is it the 500, the 230, the 1200? Okay. I'm yawning. I need my food. Maybe the short. I'm from Greece, I told you. Ah. What does it please, bro? Every time your ad comes up, I laugh at the comment. You have to look it up on Urban Dictionary. Dark web is not scary as it's made out to be. I've never seen the dark web. Is that my food? Okay, I'm so hungry I'm getting to a point where if somebody accidentally taps the glass, I think it's my food. Oh my god. Oh. God. I ordered that burrito 40 minutes ago from 1 block away. Fuck. It's like this is 186 First Avenue. So that place is like 196 First Avenue or something. By shipping back a fixed board to Greece, you will be doubling their GDP. That's mean. Is store.rossmangroup.com have A to Z guarantee? No, we do not have the Amazon system where if somebody snaps their fingers, they get their money back for no reason. Discovering your channels, you've inspired me to create less e-waste by repairing my own electronics again. Thank you, Lewis. All right. I thank you. What? Burrito? Be right there. Whoa, whoa. Burrito. Time for a burrito. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. This board can wait. You pay a tip to the delivery guy. I pay a tip online. The way this works, I pay the tip online. If the food is good, I give you a $10 tip next time. If the food is bad, I never give you money again. Chips get served in a bag. That's great. Let's see. Hot sauce? Salsa? Nothing. Really? You gave me plain chips? I want to buy a TS100, but how do I know I don't get a knockoff one? Follow the link. Well, I don't think anybody's really knocked that thing off yet, but follow the link in my video description from the review that I did of it. That's a good one. So no hot sauce, no salsa. You gave me chips with no... You Wow, these people. Nobody knows how to make a burrito anymore. Or serve one. I'll eat my dry-ass chips with no salsa. Let's see. This looks like one of those burritos, if I tried to pick it up, would fall apart, so I'll use the fork and the knife. This is why you never give a large tip on the first date. See, is this at least a burrito that you can pick up, or is this one of those burritos that falls apart? Are you... Yeah, you guys suck balls. The fuck is this? It took you an hour to make this pile of shit. This steaming pile of shit. Right, I'll eat it with a fucking fork. You noobs. How does my Slovenian girlfriend make better burritos than a Mexican taco place? Tell me this. Seriously. This is the second Mexican taco place that I bought a burrito from that sucked or fallen apart. You literally lift this thing up and it falls apart. It looks tastier than it is. There's this vinegary taste to it. What are you all saying here? These chips have no grease on them. What the hell are you talking about? What do you hate about phone repairs? Inability to make good money. A lot of people don't have a spare phone, so they expect it to be done while they wait. You can't really do open-ended troubleshooting while people wait. There was less food in the order than in a Mac. Thank you, Himanash. We give our clients Nokia 3310s when they don't have a second phone. That's a quality choice. That is not a greasy mouse. You'll notice that my right hand never touches the food, and my left hand never touches the keyboard and the mouse. That's intentional. I'm a clean freak. Food is still on the keyboard. Incorrect. If you look very closely, well, you'll notice that there is a small pepper that is adjacent to the keyboard, but it has yet to actually touch it. And nothing has fell inside the keyboard. I eat with the accuracy of soldering a micro jumper onto the SMC. That burrito is some pure garbage. Did you see how it fell apart the moment I went to pick it up? I hate burritos that do that. Awful. Awful. Garbage burrito. 1 star. Same thing with pizza. If you can't pick a slice of pizza up without it flopping, it's garbage. The worst are the ones that flop, even if you fold it. Absolute trash. 40 minutes to produce that shit. Junk. Fuck off my desk. New York is an overpriced shithole. I agree. And there are so many people that go, but there's so many restaurants and new stores and places to go to, but most of them suck. It's like, what? Do you need 600 restaurants in your neighborhood that all serve garbage, overpriced $30 meals? No. It's like, eat at the 2 good places find places near you that actually make something worth a shit. Find 1 place near where you live that doesn't suck. Fucking eat there. There's no need for this. I don't get why so many people move to New York. It's my dream to live there. The restaurants, the culture. What culture? Closest thing we have to culture is That office at NYU that gets people in trouble if they deem things to be racist. Remind me the model of your office chair. I think I actually have a link to that in the description. I forget, but I'm pretty sure the link is in the description for that. Piss on the street is culture. Yep, exactly. I'm from a third world country and my lunch costs $1. That burrito was $17 minus the tip. With the chips. I didn't feel like getting up while I was fixing the board. Should have got up. Definitely should have got up. Should be using a microfiber cloth for this so I don't leave little bits of paper towels in between the keys, but if I go softly, this should be fine. I could actually fit this keyboard in my ultrasonic. I've been debating trying it. But there's always Branson in there. Keyboards probably don't... I don't want to have Branson EC on my keyboard. I also kind of want this keyboard to break so that I have an excuse to buy a more compact one. You have flux in the bottom of you. I always clean the top of it, but very rarely clean the bottom of my keyboard. There's more flux than I imagined would be there. I've been trying to get my girlfriend to clean her keyboard for a while. Junk. Wait a second. That burrito should cost no more than 12 Canadian pesos. Be right back. What are all these Fs? So many Fs. Can I just give this person an HP charger with a MagSafe tip and call it a day? Don't you want RM-RF instead of just RM-F? I think you've only got half of the command line that fixes the audio. Alright. Why am I wasting time on this board? So we know that the ISL circuitry is functioning as it's supposed to. And that's boiling, so we're going to wait a second before plugging that in. So seriously, what do you think is wrong with this board? So this board will work with a knockoff charger, but not with the original charger. If I remove the fuses on PP-Bus G3 Hot, it will create PP-Bus G3 Hot and give a steady green light. But when the fuses are on, that allows PP-Bus G3 Hot to power the rest of the machine and won't work. And it's not drawing a ridiculous amount of power. What do you think of the whole Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash debate? I think Bitcoin Cash is a trashy spin-off. I also think Bitcoin in its current form is not really usable as a currency. And I also really hope that all the crap that I bought last year winds up going back up this Christmas like it did last Christmas. That would be really nice. If everything just decided to like go up by 10, that, you know. Okay, so we get a light and then the light immediately turns off. That's crazy. So there's something that's drawing too much power and it's turning it off. But what is it? What is doing that? Yeah, with knockoff charger, it's drawing 1.5 amps. But it's spiking every now and then at 2 amps. Why does this board spike to 2 amps every now and then? That's the thing, it turns on. See? Fan spins. I think what I have to do is I have to see what gets hot in the beginning for that initial turning on. See, when I turn it off and I turn it on, for a second it spikes to 1.5, 1.6 amps, and that's a little crazy. And then 2.1 amps, but then it settles at 1.2 amps. I'm not sure if that's a normal boot pattern. Maybe I could use the thermal camera and it'll show me what's getting hot in that first second that it's turning on. JTAG, just trash and garbage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. Let me see. Do I have another board like this that I can test? It's 3787. I'm curious to see what another 3787 does in its boot cycle. I wish I could show you the power supply on screen, but I can't move it around without fucking up everything on my desk. Excuse me. Do I have any 3787s that are open? I see one. Are you working or are you dead? Yeah, you're... Maybe let's see if this one's working. Here we go. Wait, you're not a 3787, you're a 3332. Fuck. You a 3787? You're a touch bar. Fuck. You're a touch bar. You're a 37. Really? You're a 3332. Damn. I want to get a baseline. I need to... Maybe I have an open up 3787 out here that I could measure with. What are you? You don't have a graphics chip, can't compare. It's a 3662. You're a 3662, you don't have a GPU, can't use for comparing. Really? You're a 3662. You're a 3332. Doesn't that just suck a bunch of cock and balls? Oh, well, I give up. Straight to thermal cam. All the amperage thing would really do is tell me that something is not working the way it's supposed to, and not like that's going to do me much good. Those tweezers I link below are the CHP3SA from HAKKO. Don't delay. Click my Amazon affiliate link in the description today. Where is this damn camera? It does suck that they solder the SSD into the new models. But this is not one of the ones with the soldered SSD. Okay, so let's get my thermal cam up on here. No, wrong window. Right window. Alright, so the PCH is warm, but it's supposed to be. It's a PCH. It thinks that this area right next to the it thinks that this is warm? The fan flex cable? Really? Really? The fan flex cable. Let me unplug that. Well, I'll be. It thinks that the fan flex cable is warm. If I plug the fan flex cable in, okay, move to the other side of the board. Yeah, on this side, the same thing. Look at that. Look at that. That fucking fan flex cable is 50 Celsius. Are you kidding? Does that thing really have that much resistance that the fucking wire gets hot? Really? Really? Really, Apple? This is how you design shit. So Apple uses this new flat flex cable design on their fans. See? This is a... So check this out. So this is the flat flex cable instead of using normal wires. And anybody who is familiar with Apple and flex cables, like the flex cables for the power button in the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5, or if you're familiar with things like the A1278 hard drive cable from 2009 through 2015 that failed routinely all the time for no reason, you know that they're not exactly the best of quality. But this was something that comes completely unexpected. So apparently, when they made this new fan cable, which is flat, this piece of crap has such a high resistance that the fan cable runs at a higher temperature than the board. And it's not just the temperature of the air in the area, because as you can see, right over here I'm getting 38 Celsius, but when you go to the pad you get 46. The fan is 28 Celsius. The area around the fan is 38 Celsius. This is 38 Celsius. Let's see if it's just a pad, because I know somebody's going to wind up saying, Lewis, that's just the thermal camera reflecting something from the pad. You have to take that little pad off, and that'll show you if it's probably just a pad. Alright, so we'll take off the pad from this fan. I can always put a new fan on there with a new pad, so don't you worry. Even if we don't fix the board, this will be my entertainment for the day. Is this really a pad? Maybe it's a heatsink. Maybe it's a heatsink for the flex cable. Alright, so we've got some active electronics on that flex cable. I'll show you. Well, I'll be. Here, check it out. This is on the fan flex cable. They're quality soldering right there. Look at that circle. Oh wait, it's not a circle because it's missing a big piece of it. So there's a chip that sits on the fan cable, and it actually gets warm. Thermal cam. All right, let's see what temperature says. It's turned on. No, it was just the padding. Yeah, it was just the padding. I got excited for nothing. It's on now, and it's not hot. That would have been funny though. You really can't tell what's a troll and what's true when it comes to Apple products. Wait, never mind. Here we go. We're heating up again. The board is 37 Celsius. That little chip is 44. Look at this. The heatsink on the graphics chip is 41 Celsius. And the fan is 46 Celsius. Look, this is a quad-core CPU. This is a powerful graphics chip. The powerful graphics chip is 40 degrees. And the chip on the fan is 52 Celsius. Oh my god. Look at this. It's 55 Celsius. Holy crap. GPU is 40 Celsius. Fan is 55. CPU is 40 Celsius. Fan is 55. Wow, look at that. Look at that. When I hit the button, that's literally the hottest part in the board. So when you hit this little button at the top of the software, it will tell you what the hottest part is on the screen. And the hottest part by a large margin is this little chip on the fan. Oh my god. That's because you took its heatsink off. Yes. Apple products where even the fans have a heatsink. The heatsink doesn't go to the fan. On Apple product, heatsink go on fan. in Mother Russia, heatsink go on fan. Oh my god. You slay me, Apple. You slay me. 50. Look at that. The RAM is 39 Celsius. The fan is 55. The fan chip. And you can see the ambient temperature around the fan chip. 39, 40, 39, 38. The fan itself is 28 degrees. The chip that they put into the fan, on the fan flex cable, is 54 degrees. Wow. So is the fans that are causing overload and shut off? That would be hilarious. Dude, that might just be the case. That might just be Let's unplug these fans. I'm going to unplug the fans. Obviously, I'm going to turn it off because I don't want... It is an Apple product, so, 2 seconds without airflow, this thing's gone. I'm going to plug in the original charger now. Let's see what happens. Nope, it wasn't it. That wasn't it. Let's see if we get any heat spike anywhere while the original charger is blinking. Alright, let's check the other side of the board. Very close to giving this person a Lenovo charger. Maybe the communication line to the charger is messed up and the knockoff doesn't care. Well, there's a good point there, but you have to keep in mind that the communication with the charger occurs in the tip, right? So this is an original tip. So what I have plugged in right now, it's an original tip, and all the communication, all the brain is in this, and then this wire just goes to my power supply. So I don't think it's going to be that. Yeah, take that Lenovo power brick and wrap a message around it and throw it through the window. A message around it? What? What is the chip in the bottom left of the video? That is the PCH, the Platform Controller Hub. Okay. Other side of the board. Maybe something will be obvious here. So the area under the CPU is the hottest, obviously. Oh, wait, you can't see anything. Duh. The area under the CPU is the hottest, but that doesn't really tell us anything, you know? I don't care about that. And of course, the GPU buck converter is going to be a little warm. That's normal. That's expected behavior. I wonder what the thermal profile of it is going to be while it's off. So I'm actually going to try shutting it off right now. Let's see where SMC on-off L is so I can turn the board off. Put my tweezers. Opinion on Huawei no longer giving BL unlock keys. What is a BL unlock key? Let's give me some more info. I'm not really a big fan of Huawei, even though when Jason showed me his phone it was very fast because of the lack of stock Android. But also the... what was it? Oh yeah, they have this little process that runs in the background. And I'm not really sure what it does, and I'm not really sure why it's there. Bootloader unlock keys. So what's the significance of this? So you can't unlock... is unlocking the bootloader required so that you can install custom ROMs and stuff like that? Is that what the controversy is? Help me understand. I'm being a noob, I know, but my brain is kind of fried. Okay, so we turned it off. Now that the machine is turned off, we want to look at it under the thermal camera. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Is it possible to unlock the bootloader using third-party software, or is it locked so hard that even the people on XDA developers can't do anything? For me, I mean, if I'm going to buy some weird-ass brand phone, it's because I expect to be able to do cool stuff with it like that. If I wanted to buy something where unlocking the bootloader was impossible, I would expect that behavior from Apple or Samsung. But if I'm going to buy some Xiaomi or Huawei or phone from who the fuck Stan knows where it came from, I want to be able to do cool things with it. So that sucks. Yeah, another strike on Huawei. Alright, so let's... yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm not going to buy a phone that's from some random company I never heard of if they're going to do all this locking down shit. On top of locking the battery in, on top of not being liquid resistant, on top of... what was the other point? Oh yeah, there's that whole random weird background process that runs... I forget the name of it, but there's some weird random background process that collects data that yeah, I'm not buying a Huawei. Hit the button. So the CPU area is still the warmest. Now, that makes sense because it was on before. These Chinese phone companies have Chinese spy software on them anyway. Yeah. And the thing is, while the machine is off, I'm drawing 0.00 amps. Yeah, 0.001 amps. So that is... And PP Bus G3 Hot is going to probably be fine. And it is. And nothing's getting warm. Reminds me of Lenovo came out of nowhere and had Superfish on it. Yeah, that was a bad move. Lenovo really shot themselves in the dick with that. If you're a Chinese company and you want to be successful in America, don't get caught with spyware on your products. That's stupid as hell. Lenovo shot themselves in the dick there. Amazon throws ads at my girlfriend with anything she just talks, not searches about. Well, there's another thing with that. So, for example, they know there's this theory that, let's say your girlfriend's pregnant and she talks about being pregnant, but she hasn't searched about it. But let's say she searched for things that people tend to search for when they're pregnant. Then they would know that your girlfriend's probably pregnant and show her pregnancy-based ads. So let's say you're looking at 2X chromosomes on Reddit way more often than usual, and they notice that women who do that are typically women who are pregnant, so they throw them pregnancy ads. And you may think, well, oh my God, she's been talking about it, but she hasn't searched pregnancy, but she's been doing things that pregnant women do, and I think that's where advertising is going. Again, I don't think that they're actually streaming your audio all the time. I could be wrong, could be totally wrong, but that's how I believe it's going. That's the... Because if they were... The thing is, the ability to constantly stream audio from your phone has existed probably for 10 years. But this is only becoming a thing recently, and I think that's because it's only recently that we've developed that type of intelligence in the software to be able to really tune in on exactly what it is you're doing. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. By the way, your girlfriend's pregnant, so... You should get prepared for that. But really, what's going on with this board? Why? I wonder if the charger will work when it's in... I'm going to try powering it on from a battery, plugging the charger in, and then turning it off, because then I'll see if the original charger can at least work when it's in an off state. I can't just plug the charger in, because when you plug the charger in, that prompts it to turn on. Let's see what that does. But this is starting to tick me off. It's going to wind up being something really obvious and stupid. But we'll know once Paul is done replacing the SMC and everything in the machine, every main power rail. That's when we'll know. I'm going to leave this one for Paul to replace all the components on the board. Okay, so I'm going to take the original charger, which is the one that won't turn the machine on, and plug it in. The light turns on and off, of course. Is this battery charged? Let's give this battery a little bit of charge on my knockoff power supply first. We were just told by Homeland to avoid both Huawei and ZTE, but I don't think anything has been proven with Huawei. Huawei definitely has some random background process running. That's unique to their devices. That makes me very, very skeptical. Il reparer un MacBook avec un pince à l'épaule. What the fuck are you saying? I don't know what that means, man. No other products automatically turn on when plugging in a charger. Why is Apple doing this? To make it easier. Let's see, what ZTE? We're going to let the battery charge up a little bit. Okay, battery should be charged a little bit. Now we unplug this bullshit charger and plug in the knockoff one and see how it behaves. I mean, unplug the knockoff and plug in the original. And the original will not behave. It will not even blink on once. So now I'm going to try turning the machine off and seeing if when the machine is off and told to stay off, if the original charger will work. And the original charger refuses to work. Damn it. With the battery plugged in, you don't even get a blink of green. It's just totally dead. Way to make... I think it's time to give up on this one. I think it's time to throw this one back to Paul. Might be... Actually, wait a second. Wait a mother flower second. Let's see, the input to PP3V42. 47, you're what you're supposed to be. 10, you're what you're supposed to be. Yeah, Paul replaced the DCN MOSFET already, I recall him saying. But did you replace Q7010? Yeah, that's not stock soldering. Is D7010 present? Is that good? So that is working as a voltage divider right now. Is the R on the right corroded? There is no R. I don't know what you're thinking, what you're talking about, man. I don't see any R. Oh, you mean this resistor. R7012. 22 kilo ohm to ground. What's the point of that? What's the point of a 22 kilo ohm resistor to ground there? Why are you reading 1 kilo ohm instead of 22 kilo ohms? Like, I know that if there's other things in the circuit going to ground, that's going to be... Why is the resistance to ground so low? Why is the resistance to ground so low on the DC in line? I think we're getting... Is the resistance to ground supposed to be that low on the DC in line? I don't think so. Okay, I have other boards. They're not the exact same, but they're close enough that I should be able to tell. Let me grab a 3662. 1 kilo ohm to ground on DC in? What? Doesn't sound right to me. Okay. Where was that 3662? Yeah, you're close enough. You don't need a graphics chip for me to measure this shit. Do I have a multimeter out here? Because I don't want to have to walk back out here later. Please tell me there's a multimeter up here. Don't make me make 2 trips. Oh, curse you. All right. Slot B5. Remember that. Okay, on the same board. I mean, close to the same board. 22 kiloohms. Bada bing. We got it. We got it. Resistance to ground is too low on the DC in line. Bam. 1 kiloohm. All right. So, what goes to ground on the DC in line? Got to check that. And 1 kiloohm to ground, it's not a lot, but it's enough to fuck with the sensing. So the charger is going to sense, hey, why is there 1 kiloohm to ground instead of 22 kiloohms to ground? That 22 kiloohms to ground is what tells the charger, I'm a MacBook. Turn on, I'm a MacBook. But if it sees 1 kiloohm to ground, it says, oh God, what are you trying to do? Are you plugging me into a ThinkPad? I'm a weak little Mac charger. I can't handle a ThinkPad P70 and a Quadro 6000 and a Xeon. No! I can only handle a frail little MacBook. So that's what that little 22 kiloohm resistor is there. That little 22 kiloohm resistor on the schematic is here to tell the machine, mofo, there's a load. Turn on. And the thing is, these chargers don't turn on if they don't see a load. It needs to see a load. And that's a good thing, because if you're drunk and you're like, putting it up against metal and stupid crap like that, it's not going to turn on if it doesn't see a specific 22 kiloohm load. It's got to see that 22 kiloohms. If it sees that 22 kiloohms, then it's going to start sending power through, and then it's going to truly open up and start working. But it needs that 22 kiloohms to do it. If it sees 1 kilohm, it's going to turn on and go, no, I don't want to try and power this thing. It's going to ask too much current of my wimpy little Apple charger. I can't do that. Please don't make me supply more than 4 amps, sir. I'm only made for powering throttling shitbooks. I can't power a real laptop like a ThinkPad. So, my ThinkPad comes with a 170 watt charger, by the way. What's good? So, what on this line? What is there to ground on this line? Let's see. I was dating a woman a long time ago that every time she would do something that was wrong, that's the way that she would talk. What are we doing here? Like she would go, no. Were you reading my email? No. Pretty sure you were reading my email. What's up with that? No. Okay. So, if we look on the schematic, what has a path to ground between the DC inboard? Where is our path to ground? Where could we possibly have a 1 kiloohm path to ground on the DC in line? We have C7005, but that's a no-stuff capacitor. It's no stuff. So what am I supposed to do? So let's see. Resistance to ground by that resistor. What? What the hell? It just went up to 22 kiloohms. But just a second ago, you were 1 kiloohm. What the fuck? Ah! You bastard! You bastard! Oh, man. Oh, man. You were just... You probably still had power somewhere. Yep. Still dead. I'm losing it. I need to leave. It's time to go home. Fuck this board. This board is haunted. This board is bullshit. This is a haunted board. The fuck? How did that happen? How did that happen? Grrr. Why do you mock me? It's time to go. It's time to go. Fix it the Apple way. Put a rubber pad on it. What if I just fix it the Apple way? We do not give up. I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to run around and hurt you. I'm never going to make you cry. A little bored. I'm never going to say goodbye. I'm never going to run around and desert you. I know what'll make me feel better. Okay, it seems like those resistors are... It seems like the point of that resistor is for detection, because when I remove that resistor entirely, I don't even get a blink on the charger. Yeah, I don't even get a flicker now. See? Maybe that resistor was being intermittent. What if I put a 10 kilo ohm resistor there? I'm losing my mind. I should go home. So let's find the 10 kilo ohm resistor. So R7011 is actually a 10 kilo ohm.
And you, I can't stomp. Little fish, can you swim? Yes, I can, I can swim. Gorilla, can you swim? No, I can't swim. Gorilla, can you climb? Yes, I can, I can climb. Buffalo, can you climb? No, I can't,
Gorilla. Can you make my input impedance the proper amount so that an original MagSafe adapter works? No, I can't. I can only make it work if you attach a Lenovo charger to an original MagSafe power adapter and give it to the customer. Oh. Why am I shielding a keyboard connector on a board that's a donor? Yeah, what the hell's wrong with me? Gorilla. I'm losing my mind. Yes, I am. I should have left this board for Paul. Oh, crap. An ant ran right by where my hot air was on the keyboard. Oh, God. Should I show this on the screen or no? An ant ran right in the stream of my hot air. He got to the keyboard connector and then died. Oh, God, that was disgusting. I feel terrible. That makes me sick. Oh, my God. I feel awful. Something just got burned alive. Man, that's sad. I feel really sad now. Why would it run up to the quick nozzle? I can't show that on screen. That's time for you to go. You get a little burial in the garbage can. Okay, it blinks but then turns off. I give up. This board is for Paul. I'm getting nowhere with that. Look at the vegan in the chat saying kill all the bugs. What a fake vegan. Damn. Oh, look at that fake vegan. Serendipity Multimedia Arts. So is this Mac turned into a PC? No, unfortunately that Mac is still a Mac. Here. You should come by the shop, Serendipity, and try some French toast with honey syrup. Okay, so what should I do next? Should probably go home since I've melted my brain on that one. What a waste. It's weird how that's exhausting because I got nowhere with it. Let's go through my list. Gorilla. I don't think I learned anything from that. Let's see what else is in my list. Do the voice. What voice?
No. Oh no. Oh no, it appears that Trump is president.
Let's see. A15. No. No. F no. I bet Sharky could have fixed that board. Sharky would have killed it. I miss Sharky. I gotta find Sharky. I love my little oven mitt. Come on, we'll fix fixable boards for food. Need something good to work on. Everything here is a pile of crap. You've went through all the good ones. A1398 kernel panic. Ooh, that could be interesting. I don't know where Sharky is. I gotta find Sharky. Maybe you. No. Should I work on the Razer? I guess I can't work on the Razer. They didn't even send me a charger for it. If you're going to send the computer without a charger to a place, Please don't let it be a Razer to a place called Mac Laptop Repair Specialist. How is... Sharky is before your time, serendipity. Sharky is my loyal oven mitt. You have to search the channel for Sharky. Now you've gotten Alex Canty mad. Okay. I was working on a 3787 just now. A1106. What? A1106 MacBook? What is an A1106 MacBook? A1106 MacBook. Oh my god, a PowerBook G4. Why would you send that here? Thing's worth like $20. Oh my god. 64 megabytes of VRAM. That's just... That was killer at the time. That's not gonna work. Random rebooting. We should have a beeping from 2010. No. No. Junk. Junk. I have an A1278 with a dim green light. Your one-wire circuit's not working. Common failure on Razer blades with the MOSFETs. Let's see, what else is there? Not you. I'm not fixing a PowerBook G4. No. Junk. Any good source for refurbished Lenovo T540s? None that are good. I would just throw the dice on eBay. Nope. That board has P on it. Not touching that one. Fuck that. Heat gunned Alienware. Suck it. Don't heat gun shit and send it to my store. No. Definitely not touching that one. Wow. All we get is crap now. People always say, oh, Lewis, look at all this new business you're going to get because of YouTube. You can't say that you're not doing YouTube to get more business, but it's all crap. Of course, it's a mail-in. Mail-in P. Mail-in heat gun. I thought you don't accept PCs. I can't see if it's a PC until I open the box, and then by then it's too late. MacBook Pro, no back. What's this one? Maybe that's a fun one. No way. No. A1390. No. F no. 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 No way in hell. No. No. Reboot loop. Fuck no. A1212 MacBook. Get out of here. All right, time to get out of here. That's it for today, and as always, I hope that you learned something.